War.
For
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Oh,
War.
ooh.
Jeremy Pena.
Offensive war and defensive
There's your
war.
clip.
Jeremy Pena is the only player in baseball to be on the top 10 of both defensive and offensive war.
Oh, shit. Welcome back to Beyond the Diamond, the Monday morning, non-remote, in-office edition. The Houston Astros take another road series.
Yeah.
Take 2-3 from the Cleveland Guardians.
A winning road trip.
A winning road trip, back-to-back road series wins, and the summer Astros are here. OPS are defrosting. TBD is pitching his tail off every single time he's in the rotation.
He's really been our best starter, right?
Yeah, it was the late night Pirates game to early morning, arrive at 5 a.m. in Cleveland game, and then win. Best win of the year. Like, just with all the variables and everything that's going around, like, it was just like, hey, I had, in my mind, I was like, if the Astros are going to have to win this series, it's going to have to be on the weekend. They go out, win on Friday, go out, win on Saturday, and could have swept on Sunday. Walter pitched pretty damn good, and I would definitely want to mention him too, but they're sitting at 36-29, 2.5 game lead in the West. Yeah, things are starting to percolate a little bit, and you have the White Sox coming at home, and you have the Twins and Correa coming into town. We said it. This is making hay month.
Making hay. I've never heard that.
Got to make some hay, dude.
That's good.
I mean,
That's a bar.
People have been saying it forever.
That's a good bar. Yeah. No, I mean, we said the entire first month of the season, this is one of the toughest parts of the schedule for the Astros, first month and a half. You just got to keep your head above water, stay around 500, hang around the rim, and then you get this stretch of, not to shit on these teams, but an easier part of the schedule.
A softer spot
of the schedule. Even though you're missing Jordan, even though Altuve hasn't been fully Altuve, even though you're missing 4 out of your 5 arms or whatever the count is, they've found ways to win. Guys have stepped up. Jeremy Pena is a superstar. Hunter Brown is your Cy Young. Meanwhile, Framber hasn't. It's not like Framber's gone anywhere. He's still doing his thing. It's one of the. It's weird because it's one of the more impressive seasons so far to this point that we've had in a while, and it's like this is the season you would expect if this was reverse 2019, 2022, one of those golden era series.
I think it's a hybrid of both.
You'd be, but like where they're at right now and how the season's gone, everybody would be like, oh yeah, this is what I expected. This is where they should be, whatever. But that's not where the expectations were going into the season.
Yeah, I mean the expectations were pretty like wet cold blanket thrown on. Like it was very.
Everybody thought the window was closed. People were saying, punt the season.
People were having the funeral on Louisiana Street, not a parade. And I don't know. All of a sudden, the Joker came out of the crowd and fired some shots because we're alive and well.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that the rest of the West is and just continually scuffling, even though the Mariners and the Rangers have pretty talented lineups and rosters. So it helps that the West has now become the Central, and the Central has now become the West, and the Tigers are kind of where the Astros were in 2017.
But you know what? You don't say I don't want my ticket to the dance.
Oh no,
this
team. I still believe
it's not my fault that the other 4 teams, the other 5 teams are not capable of figuring it out. That's not on me. That's on them.
You know where this is all leading to is a rematch with the Tigers and the DS.
You know what's even crazier? It's Tigers, Astros, ALCS.
ALCS, you think?
Scooble, Hunter Brown, Game 1.
Oh! I want that. I want that.
Hello, Jim!
I want that. I want a little payback series.
So this is where I'm at. This team, this bullpen, I've said it, and I'll keep saying it. It reminds me of 2022.
Yeah.
The rotation with Framber and Hunter just being absolute dogs reminds me a lot of 2019, where it was just Colton Verlander. Cole Verlander, Cole Verlander, Cole Verlander, Cole Verlander. Now it's Brown Valdez, Brown Valdez. Lance could be your internal number 3 Greinke.
Ooh,
that
okay.
you had.
I like that comp.
So I think you need another arm.
Having to do finesse, having to spin it.
You need another arm in there just to bolster, because that was kind of the Achilles heel of that 2019. There's nothing really after Greinke at the time. Obviously, Urquidy got like 25 wins in October, but that also the Achilles heel of 2019. Ryan Presley got hurt and he was down, so it was just that one guy that we don't really talk about, Ozuna, and nobody else. Where in 22 you had a really good to above average rotation, but you had an elite bullpen. But the offense is what the question mark lies and where everything lies, because if the offense isn't hitting come October, then it's tuna barbecue again, no matter how good your pitching is. So I think they're going to bolster that up. You obviously have reinforcements coming. You have players regressing positively to the mean, and you have Jaron Pena leading the way with an MVP year. Like we're talking about offline. If Aaron Judge doesn't exist in this universe, it's a 3-way race for MVP with Kyle Raleigh, Bobby Witt Jr., and Jaron Pena. And so you take that, and you have to find a way to extend that guy and give him a contract that is healthy and go from there. So I'm excited, and also kind of excited within just the frame and all of it. Colton Gordon he's going to stick. He looked good on Friday.
Yeah.
He got his first major league win. It went 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts. Kind of scattered those hits. Obviously had excellent defensive play. People diving all over the place. Melton, Dubon throwing 2 guys out trying to extend doubles. The offense led the way in that game. All 3 games in that Guardian series, all the difference of 2 runs. 4-2, 5-3, and
it's kind of what I felt
4-2?
Going into a series with the Guardians. It's really kind of tough to pull away either direction with them.
What the Rays are to the Astros are to the Guardians.
Yeah, that's a great
It's
point.
the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, it's like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I don't know who between the Guardians and the Rays who.
I think
each other
the Rays are better than the Astros, and the Astros are better than the Guardians, and the Guardians are better than the Rays.
Yeah,
But it's just like
I think
this.
so, yeah.
It's just this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
No, I feel it was a really impressive wins.
Yeah. I mean,
really staying in
Guardians
there.
are good.
Bullpen doing what they need to do. A couple mistakes, but nothing that was insurmountable. The offense getting some timely hitting, extra innings. They won an extra inning game on the road. When can you remember the last time that happened?
Stop the presses.
I've gotten to a mode where if they go to extra innings on the road, I'm just like, oh, game over. They're going to get walked off.
I didn't put this in Swaddle, but I should have. Is Jose Ramirez a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Okay. I thought so too. I didn't want to be dumb. I thought like bare minimum, obviously Hall of very good, but
What's his career WAR up to?
54.9.
Yeah, for sure.
1,500 hits, 267 home runs, lifetime 281 average, OPS plus 132.
How old is he?
261 stolen bases. He is
33.
I think so. 6-time All-Star, 5-time Silver Slugger. Just hasn't got that MVP. He's been like MVP, like top 3, like 6 years in a row.
I think I saw a meme that was like that time of year where Jose Ramirez emerges as the 4th to 7th best
32
player in the league. Yeah, he's probably going to reach close to 400 home runs. He's going to reach like 60 career WAR.
Quietly.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to
Yeah.
be a Hall of Famer. Somebody was comparing him and Manny Machado.
Ooh, Machado's Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and they're both like if you're like you think Machado automatically, but if you look at his stats compared to Jose Ramirez, and they're
Jose
right on par.
Ramirez is just like a Jose Altuve variant, a switch hitting Jose Altuve. Just like took a team friendly
Just a
deal,
baller.
wants to be where he wants to be. He doesn't care about the money. He's still rich and just wants to play ball and play for his city. So
Yeah.
I love him.
And he's not bad in the field either.
No, he robbed Cam Smith of a hit. It was like 109. It was the hardest hit ball in Cam Smith's career that he just goes, Foop.
Yep.
Sorry, kid. Hands for days. That 5-3 extra inning game that you talked about, Hunter Brown got the start.
Yep.
Kind of leaked some oil in the sixth, but he struck out 9, 4 hits, 1 earned, 5 1/3. Doesn't get the dub.
Doesn't get the dub because was it Oker?
You pitched to Jose Ramirez. No, it was Dubin.
Yeah, Dubin hung a changeup right over the plate to Jose Ramirez. Not what you want to do. I think that was supposed to be buried, and he just kind of left it over the plate. But you know what? Even the few mistakes some of our guys have made, none of them are like, oh no, he regressed. For me, it's like, okay, he made a mistake.
Yeah.
But he's going to go out next time, and I trust him again.
Yep.
That's been the most of the bullpen outside of like Forrest Whitley, who we can get into that conversation. DFA'd.
Yeah.
Saga is over.
Yeah, I just the game I just feel passed them up in the sense of if you look at the Astros other than Brian Abreu are not trotting a guy out that throws 99 to 100.
Yeah, he's
and
not
even then
really
Brian
type.
Abreu's not his best when he's doing that. Brian Abreu's at his best is when he's spinning a slider. If you look at how the Astros have created pitchers in the lab and have created, they're not creating a roll of Chapmans that are throwing 103, 104. No, they're creating high spin guys with the arsenal that throws strikes. And Forrest Whitley does it. Forrest Whitley was known for his fastball and his fastball only.
I
don't think he ever adjusted to that.
He's gonna get playing time on another team. There's plenty of other teams. You think like the Reds or whoever that have those guys that just come out and throw 100. They're like, this guy's stuff is nasty. Why does he have a 5.2 ERA? There's plenty of those guys around the league, and hopefully he finds somewhere where he doesn't have a 5.2 ERA. He finds, somewhere where he can take more time to figure it out, because I think he just needs reps and the bigs with some team, but it just can't be the Astros right now.
Yeah, and my argument is if you can't do it with Houston, I don't know where you can do it at.
No,
I mean, there's
I
few
agree.
labs with Dodgers or go to even the Yankees or the Rays or whoever, but
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to turn into some elite guy somewhere, but I do think he's a major league caliber pitcher somewhere.
and he may still be an Astro. If he's not traded or he's not claimed through waivers, he goes back down to Sugarland because he hasn't had accrued 3 years of service time. So
I wouldn't be surprised if some team works out a trade with the Astros for like just cash or something.
yeah, I mean you're gonna make calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Forrest Whitley era ends in a whimper and went quietly into that good night, and that happens.
We tried being high on him multiple times.
I have a lot of stock. I'm completely underwater. I'm never going to financially recover from any of this. But yeah, that's the game. That's the game sometimes. But I do want to touch this last part. Josh Hader on that Saturday game. I was like, he's finally the streak's gonna end. He's gonna get a loss.
Yeah.
Somehow bears down deep and gets out of it to force the extra
That
innings.
slider, man.
Yeah, and then your boy Bennett Sousa, given the 10th inning.
Yep.
Obviously Paredes gets the big hit, a pass ball, then the big hit.
Hey, Sousa just followed the school of Hader. He was pitching to him exactly the same way. Very, very much slider heavy. Backing him up with a fastball.
That church of Hader keeps growing through and through.
I mean, it's crazy. We have all these lefty disciples of his. In the
Dusty
bullpen.
Baker's fuming.
Yeah.
Fuming that he asked for one, and now there's 25 variants.
It's funny. It's like basically the Astros were like, okay, our setup man is Brian Abreu. Our closer is Hader. Let's just get 3 more Brian Abreu's and 3 more Josh Haders, and then we're good.
And they were.
That's
Why haven't we done this from the beginning?
Yeah. Why would you not just get clones of your setup man and your closer, and then you have 2 options to just bounce back throughout the game? Yeah. Real quick note.
Yeah.
Looking at you were talking about Pena earlier and the WAR leaderboards, all that stuff. Depends on how you feel about WAR. Do you believe
War's
in
bad.
War's bad.
Baseball war's good.
Baseball WAR is good. Looking at this list.
Oh.
For
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
Oh,
War.
ooh.
Jeremy Pena.
Offensive WAR and defensive
There's your
WAR.
clip.
Jeremy Pena is the only player in baseball to be on the top 10 of both defensive and offensive WAR.
Oh, shit.
He's the only player I'm seeing here.
Really?
He is tied for third in defensive WAR with 1.3, and he's fifth in offensive WAR with 3. No other player is on both of these lists. I've double-checked it. I've triple-checked it.
Yeah.
No other player is both top 10 in offense and defense in the league. That's your shortstop, Houston.
That is your shortstop.
That's pretty good.
And not only that, it's everything we thought he was going to be. It took a little while to get there, but he's a superstar.
Yep. He's getting back to that 2022 levels.
Hold on, let's go there. You saw what you say you are, a superstar.
Nice. That'll be a clip.
Lupo Fiasco, baby.
Yeah,
he's a superstar, and it feels great. I think the optimism we talked about in the offseason is kind of showing dividends today in the sense of the Astros were very adamant of like, hey, we got to be better defensively. We got to be stronger up the middle.
Yep.
And we're going to play, when we do get base runners, we're going to be aggressive. And obviously the offense hasn't been where we all want it to be or the standard, but it's turning that way. So, I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised. Not surprised, content. Enjoying. And then you have these TBDs that keep getting called up, and we make jokes about it, but Brandon Walter pitched his dang tail off. He gave up a shot to Bo Naylor, but Naylor, really?
I barely know her. That's good. That's good.
6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 punchies, the 1 home run to Naylor. Sitting at a 1.64 ERA, Oker got the loss the first time, and not even that. It was a punching single, and then a Bo Naylor foul ball where he looked behind him and it flares into left field.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it was second and third. Then a bunt that he doesn't field correctly, throws it away. Then that's how the Guardians take the lead, and that's baseball. I mean, it sucks, but that's baseball sometimes. But saying all that, like, you have these guys that keep coming up, whether it's Gordon, whether it's Gusto, whether it's Blue Ball, whether it's Walter, whoever it is at this point, the Astros are just going to spin them up and be like, hey, it is your day, and you've earned this day, and you go. And I can want to continue to see, I think Colton Gordon sticks in the rotation, but every time Walter's being called upon, like, he has a little crossfire. He has a little crossfire Chaminade, Chris Sale action going.
He showed up on Pitching Ninja a couple times.
Did he?
Yeah, with his slider break. If you told me going into the season that Arrighetti, Blanco, and Wisniewski would be out for multiple months, some for the entire season, and your rotation was Framber, Hunter, Gusto, Gordon, and Walter.
And Lance.
But you're sitting 7 games over 500. I feel like, what are you talking about?
What are you smoking?
There's no way.
We are 7 games.
7 games over 500. 36 and
Woo!
21.
Hot damn! I thought it was like 5.
No.
7?
No, and they're
call
going
the mayor.
Series against the White Sox, which
take care of business.
Take care of business. But they do take care of business.
Do not make me look stupid.
They get into the series 10 games over 500.
Do not make me look stupid, please. I'm excited. You got me all jazzed up. Another thing that got me all jazzed up: games against teams below 500. So, the spectrum is there's one team that has played 37 games against teams below 500, and then there's a team at the very bottom of the chart of only 15 games against teams below 500. The very top, 37, the LA Dodgers have played 37 teams below 500, games against teams below 500. Phillies and Mets 34 games against teams below 500. The Mariners, 33 games against teams below 500. And then all the way through, all the way to the bottom, the Houston Astros have played 15 games against teams below 500. Let me repeat that. 15 games against teams below 500. The Houston Astros are 7 games, according to my mathematician right next to me, 7 games above 500.
Yep.
And have only played 15 games against teams below 500.
The Astros are...
I'm not good at math, but that's saying...
So if you look at the Mariners, they are 19-14 against teams below 500. They are 14-17 against teams above 500. That's beating up on bad teams and losing to good teams. The Astros are 9-6 against teams below 500, and 27-23 against teams above 500. So while they were close in the standings for a bit, and the Astros are starting to pull away, the caliber of the two teams has been obvious. And the Astros are 19-11 their last 30 games. 13-7 their last 20. That's how you play winning baseball. And a lot of that was a big turnaround in May.
May was great.
And we should get into who were the big factors of that. Who is your dog of May?
Dog
of the month.
Of May. The weekly, annual, monthly, inaugural dog of the month. There's a lot of candidates, right? I tend to go to my propaganda of Hunter Brown. I tend to go to my call of Framber Valdez will be the best pitcher in the next 6 weeks, and he was.
Yep.
But I'm going to go with the superstar, Jeremy Pena.
Okay.
As my dog of the month. I don't have his stats for the month. I don't know how we could...
I can pull those up for you right now.
But
yep.
I'm just going off vibes. Jeremy Pena, dog of the month. My candidate.
Jeremy Pena in the month of May. That's April. In the month of May, he was...
Survey says...
It's fucking...
Good answer. Good answer.
Baseball Reference is killing me right now.
Good answer. Stadium Pulse
is absolutely...
rocking right now.
There we go. Jeremy Pena in the month of May. 122 plate appearances, 5 bombs, 4 steals, 898 OPS.
That plays. A 900 OPS plays.
It does. I think, who did the chat, who was the chat saying on our live show? They were saying Hunter Brown, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, Hunter's strong. Strong candidate.
I think I'm going to go with another hitter for the Astros. Should have had all this pulled up and ready. That's okay. My dog of the month for May, mostly because of the big home runs he hit. 118 plate appearances, 7 tanks, 852 OPS, Isak Paredes. That's my dog of May. Honorable mentions, Hader was, I believe, 6 for 6 in saves. Like 9 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. Shut down as always. Hunter Brown was great. Framber was great.
Framber's strong.
Framber's really strong. There's a lot of good names that you could put in there. And a lot of this leads to start the All-Star Game voting has started. Get your votes in, Astros.com/vote.
We want you to vote.
We want you to vote.
We want you to vote 5 times a day.
Get Jeremy Pena to the All-Star Game. I am so terrified. He talked me off the ledge, but
He was fiending. Dude.
I'm
he was fiending.
really worried Bobby Witt's going to win the vote, and then Jacob Wilson is going to be the reserve, and Jeremy Pena is going to get snubbed.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm really worried about that.
MLB is not going to have an opportunity. We're not going to have yoked up Jeremy
That's true.
Pena.
That's true. They need
face,
him. They need him on the red
They
carpet.
need
making
him on that
TikToks.
wall. They need him on that red carpet.
They need him being interviewed so that the nation can see.
People laugh. People were in our comments. People are saying Dez doesn't know ball. What is Dez talking about? 6 All-Stars. What? It's 6. I've seen the future. I'll give you 5. But I think there's 6.
I think it might be 5.
It's probably gonna be 5.
I
People
think,
don't like.
unfortunately,
people don't love Jake Myers like how they should.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of he's slowed down.
He had 4. He was 4 for 4 yesterday, brother.
No, it's good, but his OPS is. I'm talking about over the past few weeks since we kind of first started that conversation. He's starting to slow down a little bit. His OPS is.
Vote for Isak Paredes. Vote for Jeremy Pena. Vote for Hunter Brown. Vote for Framber Valdez. Vote for Josh Hader. Vote for Jake Myers. A vote against them is a vote against all of us. Vote. This commercial is paid by. This commercial is paid by the Apollo Dez Gambling Fund. Vote for Comeback Player of the Year, Lance McCullers Jr. Vote for Hunter Brown, Cy Young. This commercial is paid and presented by the
What are
Apollo
we
Dez
doing?
Propaganda.
This is what happens when we come into the studio on a Monday.
We had, there was no plan today. Did it rain on you today this morning? It's storm.
No.
I'm tired.
No.
I'm hungry.
Jake Myers sitting at 773 OPS, which is very good. I will take that for Jake Myers. But if you look at the other outfielders in the league, I mean, the outfield's a tough position to get in.
Look,
there.
if you're telling me I gotta go down to Crawford Street, yo, Jacob, here's a gold chain. It's not real. Throw this on. Play. Keep doing what you're doing, but maybe just have that gold chain out when you're running balls down. If you looked at every ball that Jake Myers runs down, and then you also just picture like a nice chain on him as well. Superstar.
Okay.
We're getting.
I'm not disagreeing.
I
love Jake Myers. He's at 1.7 WAR. Yeah, the only issue is there's some strong outfield candidates this year. Obviously Judge, and then you have Tyler Soderstrom, Lawrence Butler, Riley Green, Willie Abreu. There's a lot of good guys. We need Jake to step it up over this next week. Need him to hit like 3 bombs, have a really strong week, and then we can fully put the wind behind the sails for him. But anyways, those were our dogs of May. Getting into the White Sox series, you have Lance going tomorrow, then you have Gusto on Wednesday, and then you have Framber on Thursday. We did on the Friday show, we did our giveaway guess. Everybody, that was a good alliteration. I just thought of that. The giveaway guess was
yeah.
Hunter Brown and Framber Valdez combined strikeouts. Hunter went out there and got 9. Easy peasy, even in the 5 2/3. So we had a lot of guesses in the teens, and unless Framber goes off at like 15 or something, I think some people are going to be right and winning some stuff.
There was some big numbers. And it looks like all of them are probably going to.
I think the highest I saw was 21. So as long as Framber doesn't strike out more than 11.
12.
11.
11's 20.
20. 11. Yeah. You're right. I'm going to cut that.
There's no way this podcast works if I'm the math guy. There's 0.
You're right. If he strikes out more than 12. Yeah, we'll see. This should be a series that the Astros can handle.
Take care of business. Don't make us look dumb, please.
I mean, they did last time. God.
I'm not making any predictions for this series.
But they are home. They are back home. They are rolling right now. They are gearing up for an All-Star game, and I bet you Jeremy Pena wants to be.
Oh, he
wants to be announced in that All-Star game.
He's fired up, dude. He's fired up.
He wants to be announced in that All-Star game. He wants to get a bag this offseason. He is motivated.
Is it crazy? Barring a contract extension, even without the contract extension, I think he could surpass Carlos Correa as the best shortstop in Astros history. And then obviously if he gets that contract extension,
yep.
He obviously will surpass him just by volume. But pound for pound,
I was looking
which is crazy.
I'm not
which is crazy.
I'm not going to fully dive into the numbers on this pod.
We could do it on a
because
live show.
It's going to be a bit. But looking at their numbers through their first 4 seasons with the Astros, Jeremy Pena's he's coming up there. And that's making up for a few very mid seasons.
Hell yeah.
This season has been that strong that, yeah. And the highest WAR that Carlos Correa ever accumulated in a season with the Astros was 2021. He got 7.3.
And Jeremy Pena's at a 4 right now?
He's at 3.9.
3.9?
3.9. So he's
Jeremy
at
Pena
4.
may be a 9 WAR player in the year 2025.
This might be the best season for an Astros shortstop of all time. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say.
Hey Dana, let's pay him. How about that?
Yeah,
How about we Never mind. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Well, let's get out of here. I want to get this edited and out.
Yeah.
No game today.
No game.
Got a White Sox series at home. Let us know if you're going to the game.
6-9. It's a 9.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. Hell yeah. 4:20 today. You should.
At 4:20, I'm gonna tweet out it's 4:20, 6-9.
Yeah. Let us know if you're going to the game this week. I don't think I'm going to any games. I might.
I may dip over
We're
there.
going to a game Saturday.
Going to game Saturday.
But yeah.
Ooh, here's a trophy. All right.
Thank you for watching and hanging out.
Shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Paul's Wing Joint, 14 locations, the newest one in Cypress. Head over there, download the app. Go to Big City Wings in the App Store and download. Get those royalty and loyalty points. Using Zang, Zing Zang. Hey, it's the summer Stros. It's a summer Apollo Boys. We're zinging. Get the Blazing Bloody Mary mix. Get the margarita mix. Get everything in between an HEB specs or Total Wine. And that is it. That is the Monday morning remote in-office episode.
Yeah, we're remote from this
remote.
far. Yeah, thank you for watching and listening to the Beyond Lemon podcast. We will see you next time, hopefully with a series win.
Peace.
Go Stros.
Love you guys.